Somebody out earlier.
Right here.
How'd it go?
The guy who wants...
He's still walking around. What happened?
The guy who's trying to sabotage me with
Oh.
you, this is the very guy that I took down earlier today.
I don't know who to believe now. You?
Yes.
You don't look so innocent.
He doesn't
Here.
he lost earlier today, so he's trying to get you to,
I got it.
because
I got
he
it.
cannot
I got
beat
it.
me. So then he's got to find help.
I'm gonna leave.
All right.
If he does fight Islam Makhachev, you obviously fought both guys. How do you think that fight goes?
Look, it just comes to, can Ilya catch him? You know, that's what is, and he definitely can. Ilya's very, especially with his approach, he really backs his strike and his boxing. He really knows that he will eventually find the chin, and he's stoic till that happens. You know what I mean? He is on task, and he doesn't, you know what I mean? He'll go, even if things aren't working, he's still going to try and find it. So I think Islam's going to be a tough matchup for him, because Islam can be quite defensive and safe. I think he's going to know he needs to play it safe with Ilya, because he knows Ilya's going to have that puncher's chance. I just think them later rounds, you know, is going to be very difficult for Ilya. Ilya can, if he puts hands on anyone, like if he traps them, you know, gets them where they don't want to be and lands a nice big shot, it's going to be game over. You know, I mean, he can knock out anyone, even in the lightweight division. But yeah, I just believe that probably would be his only chance, just from what I've seen, right? Like you hear about him having really good grappling, and you hear things, and you won't know till I see that at the highest level. So if he starts out grappling Islam, or stop and takedown defense and things like that, then I'm going to be like, oh, okay, now I'm seeing something that I haven't really seen. Mm-hmm. So now then my opinion might change within the first round. But yeah, I haven't really seen that. So I'm going to go with what I know. And I know he can hit hard. I felt it firsthand. Like, well, I didn't feel, actually, I don't remember it. But it's but yeah, it's again, if he puts his hands, he can definitely catch him. So he's just as dangerous as anyone in that lightweight division. This goes to the teeth.
So again, to me, it all comes down seeking the title. If it's not Islam, maybe BMF. You know, there's a lot of talk about Poirier fighting somebody else, Islam going up. I don't know. I can't concern myself with all these things. All I got to do is prepare myself and be ready when it comes to time.
One other name I wanted to ask you about, because it seemed like some people thought maybe it would be you and Arman Tsarukyan in a rematch. You fought at UFC 300. Is that a fight that interests you? Would you like to get that one back?
Teve já pessoal mencionando o Arman, que você lutou na UFC 300. Você teria interesse de revisitar essa luta, não?
Não, nesse momento não. Foi como eu te falei. Respeito muito, é grande lutador, mas eu tô em busca de título. Então, não adianta a gente querer fazer uma luta que não seja pelo título.
Right. I understand that, but not at this time. Like I said, you know, I respect him. I respect his style, his fighting. But right now, I'm seeking the title. That's the fight that I want. I want to fight for the title. That's it.
¿Prometiste algo a tus papás cuando te fuiste? ¿A tus hermanos? ¿A ti mismo? Cuando saliste de casa, decirles, voy a regresar?
Sí, nunca dije que iba a regresar, ¿no? Nunca dije regresar, pero yo me acuerdo perfectamente unas palabras que yo dije a mi mamá y a mi papá, y principalmente a mis hermanos también, que somos una familia muy unida. Fue algo así de que voy a ir y solo quiero regresar a verlos cuando pueda dar una condición de vida mejor para ustedes, ¿no? Y yo creo que las cosas fueron sucediendo poco a poco. Hoy en día puedo regresar y puedo dar una vida mejor para ellos, ¿no? Entonces, esa ha sido mi promesa con ellos y es algo que me ha mantenido pues siempre firme, ¿no? No fallarles con esta promesa, ¿no? Porque yo dejé la escuela, dejé todo para poder fallarlos, ¿no? Y yo creo que hoy están muy orgullosos de mí.
Khamzat and DDP. Who do you think wins that fight?
Khamzat is a very skillful fighter. Sometimes he can hit hard, and he is a hard worker. We are in striking style. We are like very similar. We just go hard, 100%. But Khamzat have a high, probably highest level of wrestling in our division. Great guy with great skills of grappling. Not super high level on the ground, but he has skills to finish anybody on there on top. And if he will manage, and I think he will take down, he can take down the places in first couple rounds, and he will finish him in these couple rounds. I will say that Hamzat will win, but if fights will go longer, and it's also can happen because Duplessis is not an easy fighter. Duplessis, I'm not saying that he is easy fight. Duplessis deserved to be champion. He did enough and everything to be there on top level. It's just styles, If Hamzat will get job done in 2 rounds, Hamzat will win. After 2 rounds, I think Duplessis will take the fight.
Of course, Dennis, everybody talks about me. No one can keep my name out of their mouth in this division or even in the UFC because they get woke points to say my name and say some threatening things towards me. So, I don't know. I didn't pay attention to it. I don't pay attention to anything he does. He's another irrelevant bum. He was knocked out unconscious in the B leagues. You've never seen me laying unconscious in the UFC octagon fighting the best fighters in the world for the last decade straight. So, I don't really take that with much there's no truth to that. He's not a good fighter. And, he beat some one-eyed glass-eyed dude. Like, come on, there's no honor in beating a one-eyed guy. The guy, probably shouldn't even be fighting. It's a miracle that guy is even in the UFC, but, no reaction. He's just another bum that's chirping that can easily get his ass whooped as well.
If you guys were to fight, what do you think how would you see yourself beating MVP? How long do you think the fight would even go?
Yeah, if it's a 5-round fight, I'm taking the life out of him. I'm going to take him down. I'm going to drown him, and I'm going to punch a hole through his face. I don't like it when people, say mean things about me. So, if the fight happens and that's what the UFC wants, then let's do it. But, he's another guy that's he's not interesting. He has no charisma. He doesn't draw anything. So, we want to do good business for this company, the company that I love so much. UFC is the greatest organization on God's green earth. So whatever the UFC says that's the best business we're going to do, that's what we're going to look to do.
Probably maybe defend the belts, but if I could go in like after that choose, not my weight class would be either fight for the heavyweight in the UFC or fight Usyk on the boxing.
Were there any discussions about that? Did anyone say, we won't talk about it now, but if this all goes well, we have this and this plan for you?
Algo chegou a ser mencionado, tipo, bom, a gente não vai conversar agora, tem essa luta, mas se der certo, vai ser mais ou menos isso e isso. Não.
Nothing. Usyk?
Não.
John Jones? Aspinall? No, I understood that.
Por isso que eu falo, na minha categoria, o próximo passo que eu teria certeza era a minha categoria. Mas se eu tivesse o poder de escolher, eu faria qualquer um dos dois menos a minha categoria.
Like you say, the reasonable following step would be his weight class to defend. But if he was on his choice, he will not have defend the belt after this fight. He will have went to the heavyweight, the UFC, or for the boxing. He wanted to move up.
Heavyweight title or just any heavyweight fight?
Mas qualquer luta, se eu tivesse ganho aquela, seria título de peso pesado no UFC ou com qualquer pesado, se fosse no UFC?
Não, aí seria uma luta grande, né?
It had to be a big fight, like a super fight, like a belt.
Here we are, we're being told that you have some big news to announce, and so the floor is yours. What is the news that you would like to announce?
Ты провел бой в октябре на данный White Contender Series, выиграл его. Тебе предложили контракт, но сегодня ты хочешь с нами поделиться новостями. Какими новостями хочешь поделиться?
Да, будет скоро хороший поединок, бой, который мы уже давно хотели, еще с 2017 года. Что, ты будешь так переводить?
It's coming big fight, which we wanted from 2017 already.
Okay.
Да, в UFC у нас немножко не получилось, не пришли к общему знаменателю, так как говорится, у них есть свои правила контракта после данного white-контендера, но немножко мы не сошлись, но у нас также хорошие отношения со всеми ребятами.
Unfortunately, we could not reach an agreement with UFC because they have their own protocol, but we still have good relations with them. So that's it.
Да, сейчас будет анонс интересного поединка. Это соперник в Глории Рика Верховен. Это чемпион тяжелого веса. Я думаю, в представлении он не нуждается. Но и к такому бою мы согласились сразу же, потому что мы всегда давно хотели быть двойным чемпионом, и бой провести с Рика. Это для меня тоже большой будет бой. Интересно проверить самого себя.
Now we announced a big fight against Rika Verhoeven. I think Rika do not need to be represented because well known, and for sure we wanted this fight a long time ago. And for me, it's a good opportunity to become a double champion. It was in my mind very long time ago.